right, so welcome to the first session of our campaign called Dragon of Icespire Peak, the adventure from the Essentials Kit that we're going to run and hopefully get all the way through all 4 associated modules. Um, we have myself, the DM for the entirety of this campaign. Unless my in-game DM character dies, then I don't know what's going to happen then. That'll be magic. Um, we have 4 wonderful players who, if you just want to introduce yourself real quick, you can say what you're playing if you want to. That's up to you. We're starting at level 2 because I don't like level 1. So yeah, we'll just go left to right on the tokens on the map. So you can just say who you are if you want and what you want to do, or what you're playing if you want to. Estelle.
Well, hello. My name is Estelle Zell, and I'm a lady if you can't tell, and I'm here with my friend, and I'm in pursuit of chasing the man of my dreams and becoming the perfect version of myself, though it may seem like I'm already there. Don't mind me, I'm just here whenever you need a reason to smile or something to brighten your day.
All right. Next up, we have a named token. This
I don't think I'm on the map.
you should be.
Or I can't see.
Mm.
I see just blackness.
Oh, I probably broke it. I'll fix it. Don't worry. Oh yes. How about now?
Let me refresh.
Because it should work now.
Just a black bar.
Really? Oh, I think I know why. Hold on. You go ahead and introduce yourself. I'll fix it. Don't worry.
Okay. Name's Jack. Hi. Um. I used to be a sailor. Have some pirate friends. Don't ask. Long story. Um. Fighting's my thing, and maybe a blaster too. That's it.
Did that fix it? Can you see stuff?
Let me refresh my area. No, not that. This one.
Hey there, friends. Today we are.
We'll go to the next token on the line. Right here.
Yes, my name is Cutlass, and yeah, I've lived in the woods for so long. Just finally getting out, and yeah, I have lived with animals for quite some time now and learned their ways of living. So I will be your druid, and that's me. Did that
If you are talking DM, we cannot hear you.
great and powerful voice it is coming from the sky? Why do you not talk to me anymore?
Because I was fixing myself. my computer. Anyway, next up is the long name that I. There's a lot of letters there. You can hear me now, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Cool. All
I
right.
am.
It's this part. Okay, cool.
Hello, I am Livia Astute Dan Dansis Mukamukane, a Goliath wizard. Very tall, very wide lady, basically.
All right.
And yeah,
Let me just try this. This might actually just work better. Bam. Can you see now? Because you should be able to all see the map now since I just turned off dynamic lighting. Cool. All right. Well, I will move between maps and we'll start off with what's going on. So,
Oh, I'm good. Yeah.
cool. Alright, so some background for this adventure. Driven from lands farther north by more powerful dragons, a young white dragon named Cryovane has descended upon the Sword Mountains, claiming the snow-capped range as its domain. Typical of its kind, Cryovane is dim-witted and cruel. The dragon patrols the skies around Icespire Peak, surveying its territory while hunting for food and easy treasure. With each passing day, the dragon's domain grows as it ranges farther across the land, preying on anything it can catch with its claws or freeze to death with its icy breath. Sightings of the dragon are becoming more common, as are its attacks. A crumbling fortress on the northeast spur of Icespire Peak serves as the dragon's lair. Cryovane seized the icy fortress from a tribe of savage orcs, killing the orc war chief and forcing the tribe's survivors to flee into the foothills and the forests. Enraged by the death of their war chief, the orcs have called upon ancient allies, evil, shape-changing half-orc spellcasters who bless and advise them. These half-orcs worship Talos, an evil god of storms, and many dwell in the dark depths of Neverwinter Wood. In stormy weather, they gather on remote hilltops to summon Gorthok, the Thunderboar, a primal entity that serves Talos. Like the god it serves, Gorthok delights in destruction. The orcs, however, aren't the only creatures thrown into upheaval by Cryovane's sudden arrival. A manticore, driven from its mountaintop nest by the roaming white dragon, has migrated to the foothills and begun terrorizing folk living on the outskirts of the mining town of Phandalin. Other monsters in the region have been similarly displaced. I'm going to move you guys over to Phandalin and tell you a little bit about the town you're in. Bam. Let me know if you guys can all see the map, because you should be able to. Actually, I'll just do this. Bam. Bam. There we go.
Oh, now I can see it.
Yeah, I don't know why your dynamic lighting is not working on your token. I'll have to figure it out when we're there. But the frontier town of Phandalin is built on the ruins of a much older settlement. Nestled in the rocky foothills of the snow-capped Sword Mountains is the mining town of Phandalin, which consists of 40 or 50 simple log buildings. Crumbling stone ruins surround the newer houses and shops, showing how this must have been a much larger town in centuries past. Phandalin's residents are quiet, hard-working folk who come from distant cities to eke out a life amid the harsh wilderness. They are farmers, stonecutters, blacksmith, traders, prospectors, and children. This town has no walls and no garrison, but most of the adults keep weapons within easy reach in case the need for arms should arise. Visitors are welcome here, particularly if they have coin to spend or news to share. The Stonehill Inn at the center of town offers modest lodging and meals. A couple of doors down from the inn, posted outside the townmaster's hall, is a job board for adventurers. So, you guys find yourselves in Phandalin. You have arrived. After a few hours travel from wherever you were, you kind of all find yourself in this town center. What would you like to do?
Could I have
Well-
permissions to move my token?
Oh, you don't have permissions? What? You should. Do you not have any permissions? Alright. Maybe I put it on the wrong person. Weird. Alright.
Sorry.
Here. Drag it onto the map for me.
Okay.
What were, who else was saying something? Sorry.
I need to wait for Jack to be back on the map.
Okay. Yeah, you should be able to drag that onto the... Yeah, it should be in your journal.
Nothing's in my journal.
That's probably the problem why you couldn't see anything then. Did I assign it to the wrong person?
Her name on Roll20 is just audience.
Yep, that's why. it somehow just put it on the wrong person. There you go. Now it should be in your journal.
Beautiful. Thank you.
That's why you couldn't see anything, because it wasn't synced to your right thing for some reason.
Did I drop it?
It did not. But here.
Yep.
Let me drag it out and see if you can control it. Ooh, big. Can you move it?
Yes, I can move it.
Great. Cool. Alright. Anywho.
Then, while walking with Jack, I'll be kind of like wiping a smudge off of my blade. Jack, do you think that there's a smudge on here? I don't want anything to happen to this. Look closer and tell me what you see.
He looks closer. Shiny.
Precious blade, and I don't want anything to happen to it.
It's okay.
Okay, someone very important gave this to me, and if it ever gets dinged up, I don't know what I would do with myself.
But that shows its honor, especially if you deal damage.
No one appreciates damage more than I do, Jack, but I don't want to damage this, and she'll sheathe the blade. So this is Vandalin, correct?
I think. Sure.
Well, just judging by what people were talking about, and is there a sign out that says "Welcome to Vandalin" or something?
Yes. Yeah, you know you're in Phandalin. You guys have, like, it's not like a hidden town or anything. This is a town where people come to live. And also, if you want to look up in the top right of the map, bam, Phandalin appears giant. Yes, so there is just a town map that says welcome, or town board that says welcome to Phandalin, and next to the town master's hall there is a job board with some job postings. And the town master's hall is right here.
Jack has a hood up and cloak on because, like, as you see in the picture, he is a little weird. Like, half of it's like black, and then he has different colored eye. And it kind of people ask questions about it a lot, and he doesn't.
Estelle doesn't care. She shows off everything she's wearing for its weirdly technicolored self and all the tattoos to match. Well, I only say we're in Phandalin because the sign out over there said "Welcome to Phandalin," and we've been talking about going to Phandalin. So that was a good conversation starter. Anyway, where's the job board?
As you look around for the job board, you see that it is right down here by the town master's hall. You see this seems to be an inn of sorts, and then a couple houses down is the town master's hall. It's like the mayor's house, and you see there's a big board out front which has a lot of postings on it. So you imagine that's likely the job board of sorts. I imagine you two are gonna walk down that way.
Yeah.
Okay,
We'll
so
take Jack's hand and we'll walk that way.
okay, so you guys start making your way to the board in front of the town master's hall. Let's go to Cutlass. What are you doing as you get into town?
Well, Cutlass has not been to town in a very long time. He's trying to take in all the noise and stuff, and he's just kind of walking the street at this point. He's sort of heading towards the Stone Hill Inn, and he's debating walking in. He has not walked in yet, but
Okay. As you approach the Stonehill Inn, you see that it's a modest two-story house. It looks like there's probably a few rooms that you could stay in here. It's just like a larger home. You see that the door is open. You hear noise coming from the inside. It looks very welcoming, but nothing too much exciting hanging on the outside, other than you do see a sign that says Stonehill Inn, kind of in this dark oaken placard, kind of stuck to the front of the inn above the door. That the inn itself is made of stone, but this very dark oak-looking placard sticks out as to be a little pricier than you would expect for the sign itself, but it looks to be very well made. It looks like this was probably an active choice to kind of draw people's interest.
Okay. Um, Cutlass will get curious and go ahead and go into the inn.
Okay. So, Cutlass, you walk into the inn, and as you're getting into the inn, we'll go over to Levia. What are you doing as you get to Vandal?
Hmm, probably be taking a quick look around the
Okay.
plaza here, and
All right.
as I walk in,
Okay. So as you walk in, you see this stone-looking thing right here is a shrine of sorts. I'll just highlight the name. It's called and beside it there's a small little sign that says Shrine of Luck. Um, as you continue to look around, you see for this building right here, this one directly beneath you, you see hanging above the front door of this modest trading post is a sign shaped like a wooden shield with a blue lion painted on it that says Lion Shield Coster. And you imagine that this is likely a trading store of sorts, like a merchant shop. So, but those are, other than the inn which you see over here, this looks to be just a residence, this small brown house here. And you see this to be the town master's hall as well, the mayoral house, and then a couple of folks who are making their way downtown and stopping in front of the job board, or at least what looks to be a board of sorts.
when I want to check out the merchant, but I am curious about what the two
Okay.
in front of the board are looking at, so I'll probably go over there and
Okay. Cool.
room over the two of them and take a peek.
All right. So as the two of you get to this job board, not very far away from where you were, it was obviously within eye shot. You feel this larger looming presence kind of walking up behind you. So,
I'm busy reading the board, and then I just turn around and just like, oh Jesus, don't do that to me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Estelle will just turn and look up. Oh, if it's any
Oh,
consolation, Jack, if people like this frequent the town, then we have nothing for you to worry about standing out. You're very tall. Hello.
mm, yes. Hello. Yeah. Hmm?
What's your name?
Oh, I am Livia, astute danseuse. What may I ask what your name are?
He holds out his hand. Jack's the name?
Yep, I'll take the hand. Pleasure to meet you.
Estelle is currently eyeing you up and down.
And she
Oh,
she looks like a pretty stereotypical Goliath, real tall. She's like 8 feet tall and like 3 feet wide. She's wearing a crop. She's wearing a crop top with like one one arm of the shirt is got a short sleeve that pretty much just wraps around her arm, and the other's a long flowing. And the other sleeve is a long flowing sleeve, and like sh-
That's cute.
sleeve with a y- and she's wearing this leather belt around her waist that looks to carry pretty much everything, like including her backpack, which is like which it's attached to, and like and a and strapped to her thigh is a what looks like a book holster.
That is cool.
Estelle eyes the bag on your waist and and says, kind of with this blasé tone, "You know, ordinarily I would say you should keep better track of your stuff lest you suffer the wrath of a pickpocket, but I don't think you have that problem, do you?"
Not really. Most people mistake me for tend to take me at face value for as any other Goliath and tend to stay away.
You're much more than what you are. I know that makes no sense, but you understand what I mean.
Jack, everything you say makes sense. You're not giving yourself enough credit.
Mm-hmm.
As
Make
you
perfect sense.
as you three are starting to get acquainted, Cultus, you walk up into, or Cultus, you enter into the Stonehill Inn, the tavern that you were interested in. And as you walk in, you see that there are a few patrons in here right now. Some having a late morning lunch because it is late morning at this point. It's about 10:30, 11 o'clock. Some are sitting down eating. You see one person sitting at the bar, and you see this shorter human man look up from the bar. He seems to be wiping it down, and he's like, "Oh, hello and well met. Well, you can sit anywhere you want. Unless you want a room, I can get that for you too. What can I do you for? I'm Toblin Stonehill, the owner and proprietor of this fine establishment. Come, come."
Um, oh, okay. And Cutlass will just like grab the nearest bar seat and just sit down. And he doesn't really understand that he doesn't drink or need to eat. He's just like, um, yeah. Um, so you have food, you say?
Yeah, I have all kinds. I have meat. I have vegetables. I got well, meat and vegetables basically, and some breads, and ale and water. We have non-alcoholic drinks too. If that's something you're interested in, we have milk. We have water. What's what do you prefer?
I've never tried any of that.
Well, how about this? I'll get you a sampler plate and a sampler of drinks. So you get a little bit of everything.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
All right. And what was your name, sir? Just so I have something to,
It's
or madam, I shouldn't
oh,
assume.
sure thing. It's Cutlass. Sorry, I didn't introduce myself.
Oh, absolutely fine. You are a guest in my fine establishment. It was my job to make sure you know who I am prior to me knowing you. I will be back momentarily, and you see that this shorter, a little rotund gentleman, just with his short, stocky legs, just very quickly, much more quickly than you would have assumed, just struts off to the back of his establishment. A couple minutes later, he comes back out with this large circular plate with little, almost bite-sized bits of food, quite a few different things, kind of different meats, different vegetables, different sauces, and dipping trays. Kind of bring you um, a platter of different tastes. He brings that to your table and holds up a finger as if saying, "Wait just 1 second." Goes back to the bar and gets a um, a larger plate itself and puts a few different shot glasses with beverages on it and brings them all over to you and goes, "Well, I hope you enjoy your brunch. Let me know when you're done, or if there's anything I can help you with while you're in town. I've never seen you before, so I assume you're an adventurer or a new resident."
Uh, yeah, a little bit of both.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not used to the city. This whole city thing's got me a little off guard.
Well, how about this? as a welcome as a welcome present, I will tell you a tale that I've heard recently and see if it interests you.
Okay, I'm always down for a story.
Roll me a d6. 2. Okay. So he takes the chair and spins it around and sits on it, elbows resting on the top, and he's looking at you with his um, late morning 5 a.m. shadow. He's looking pretty scraggly. It's a little furrow in his brow, and he lifts one and kind of looks left to right and looks at you and says, "All right. You know the Tribor Trail, right? The trail that runs east out of the city?" He nods at you
Um,
expectingly.
yes.
um, you know this trail. You kind of came in. You know where it is. You came in. You kind of met up with it and got into town this way, but it goes way further east than from where you joined from. But he says, as the Tribor Trail runs east, it passes through the ruins of Conyberry, a town sacked by barbarians years ago. There's a temple, a ruined temple, south of Conyberry where it's said that the locals hid their gold. And he kind of winks and says, if you happen to go there, bring me something back just as a thank you. And he goes, oh, by the way, this one's on the house as a welcome to Phandalin. And he kind of turns and gets up and walks back to behind the bar. While you are enjoying your, well, enjoying might be a strong word since you don't have to eat or drink. Who knows if you'll enjoy it. We'll head back to the other three of you at the board. So you guys have met each other. What are you gonna do?
Jack, quick question.
Hmm?
Do you speak Abyssal?
Nope.
Okay, just checking. Dang it. Okay. So, Jack, do you see anything on the job board that piques your interest?
Potential death in almost everything. But I
Actually,
kind of
you
like
can die doing anything.
That is accurate, actually. Potential death in almost everything. So you do see, Jack, as you're looking at this board and reading over, there are lots of different requests and postings, all like secured to this board in one manner or another. But there are three jobs which look to be very recent. Um, I will read them to you real quick, and then I will just copy and paste them so you have an idea of what they are. So you see three. The first one you see says Dwarven Excavation, and then goes on to detail that dwarf prospectors found ancient dwarven ruins in the mountains southwest of here, and have been working an archaeological dig seeking treasures and relics. They need to be warned that a white dragon has moved into the area. Take the warning to them, then return to Townmaster Harbin Wester to collect a reward of 50 gold pieces. The next one, Gnomengard. A clan of reclusive rock gnomes resides in a small network of caves in the mountains to the southeast. The gnomes of Gnomengard are known for their magical inventions, and they might have something with which to defeat the dragon. Get whatever you can from them. If you bring back something useful and don't want to keep it for yourselves, Townmaster Harbin Wester will pay you 50 gold pieces for it. And then, Umbridge Hill. The local midwife, an acolyte of Shantea named Adabra Gwyn, lives by herself in a stone windmill on the side of a hill a few miles south of Phandalin. With dragon sightings becoming more common, it's not safe for her to be alone. Urge Adabra to return to Phandalin, and once she's safe, visit Townmaster Harbin Wester to claim a reward of 25 gold pieces. That's your first one.
Oh, which one appealed most to you, Jack?
hmm. have to think about it. What about you?
Depends. Which one do you think will cause the most pain and suffering for people that deserve it?
That deserve it? Mm.
Seem like anything really dangerous is happening unless you want to go face first with a dragon,
Oh,
which could
goodness.
be fun. But
Um,
I don't think we're ready for that. Yeah.
how about the opposite of what you just said and save some people that don't deserve death and warn some people that a dragon's nearby?
Are you okay with only 50 gold? Do you want me to try to haggle for more money?
Eh, let's discuss it over some drinks. Do you want to come? And he looks towards the Goliath.
Sure, I would love to.
Alright, so as you
Sweet.
guys make your way up to the Stone Hill Inn, um, as you are looking at your food and beverage trays, cutlass that have been provided for you by the proprietor of this establishment, you see walk in three interesting looking folk. You see a Goliath, and then two smaller um, persons with them. They're kind of talking a little bit amongst themselves. It looks like two of them probably have a pretty more developed relationship, should I say, than all three of them. So though they don't look like all three know each other too well, but two of them know each other very well, it seems. As they walk in, you see that the same male Toblin kind of greets them the same way, and offers you three to sit at whatever tables in the establishment, which pique your interest the most.
Hmm.
Th- this food is what they say good, I guess.
Estelle will hear that and look towards Jack and go, "So I'm going to the bar. Are you going to come with me? Or do you want to go grab a table instead?"
I'll go with you.
Alright, I'm going to walk up behind Cutlass, who said that about the food, and go, "I take it the food also, what's the word? Taste?
It tastes. Yes.
Did you get all that food because you're an indecisive sampler?
No, I just have never tried anything. He gave it to me. Um,
Isn't that milk?"
I don't know.
I love you. Um,
Ish.
hey, sir,
Hmm.
is this milk?
Oh yes, it's milk. You actually have two different types. You have the one in the glass to your right is from the cows, and the ones on the left side is from the goats.
What? What? You do. This comes from cows.
Yeah,
This
that's where milk comes from.
next thing you're gonna tell me is this meat here comes from, the cows as well.
I mean, not the ones that live in town. It comes from more of like wild beasts, but there are some cows that are used for meat, yes.
This is an outrage.
I'm gonna look at Jack with a look of, "Can you believe this guy?"
Sir, have you never been to a farming town before or a mining town?
Never been to a town. I've been in the woods for who knows how long. I can't even remember. My memory just not that great.
I can I can tell, but we eat meat here, sir, and vegetables, and meat comes from animals, and vegetables come from the land. That's how farming and well agriculture works. Anyway, can I help you? He looks to the two of you who have walked to the bar.
Hmm.
Estelle looks towards the barkeep and looks towards Cutlass. "Can I do a personal roll to see who I talk to first?
Sure, go
I've
for
never
it.
seen this before, but there's a barkeep, so okay, cool. So She looks towards Cutlass, just kind of shakes her head and looks toward the barkeep and kind of leans over the counter and says, "Well, my name is Estelle, but you can call me anytime if I end up staying here."
Um,
And I'm gonna bat my eyelashes and cock my head.
well, you are welcome to stay. It's 5 silver nights. But yes, he kind of taps his fingers on the bar, and you see a glint of gold on his left ring finger. It's subtle, but he indicates to you that he is married.
Look, and just kind of, oh my god. I don't want to be that person, but I'm trying to play a different part. I'm sorry.
Do what you gotta do, man.
She'll look at it, click her tongue, twirl some hair around her finger, and go, "Well, you can call me if things don't work out. I know divorce rates are high in certain areas. I hope things work out, but if they don't, you know where to find me." And she'll wink and look towards Cutlass and go, "You wear a lot of armor for someone who lives out in the forest."
Yeah, it's because I'm not. I I am made of metal.
You're made of metal.
Uh, yes. I
Fascinating.
I would I guess they left me out in the woods for some god awful reason.
I'm going to tap on his shoulder with my finger to see if he makes a sound.
He would. He's made of metal. If you tapped, you would get like you're tapping on something metal.
Why are you touching me?
Want to see if you'd make a noise. It sounds like you
I'm
do.
talking, ain't I?
Well, I mean, she looks towards Jack. I don't know what to do here. I've never met somebody made of metal. How do you assess this kind of person?
He looks towards the barkeep. Can I have an ale and a special that you recommend today?
He nods, and he slides you an ale, and then kind of rifles around a little bit, and he's like, "Well, today's special, meat with a side of meat, and it looks to be chicken and goat."
My
Don't eat that.
my favorite.
Estelle will look towards Cutlass like he's crazy and go, "I'll have meat with a side of meat and a glass of wine."
Somebody
Well,
else can have my food. I've lost interest.
we don't have wine. It's too expensive for here. I have juice and I can pour whiskey in it.
Sure, I'll do that.
He,
Look towards Cutlass and just go, "If you're not gonna eat your meat, then I can eat your meat. I mean,
Just take it.
he'll take it."
Jack gives a look.
the bartender the owner just like, oh damn, just shaking his head and kind of you hear him chuckle to himself just a little bit as he's like putting your orders together. While this is happening, Levia, what are you doing?
I've just been sitting here,
Okay.
watching all of this, just sitting here studying, and as everybody got ready to start ordering drinks and food, I would have ordered a couple of shots of whiskey and
I have those for sure.
the special.
So you get a few shots of whiskey and a plate of meat with meat.
Yeah.
And he goes,
Like,
that'd be a copper piece each, please and thank you. For the booze, the daily special. Well, it's special today. You can have it. The special part is it's almost expired. He whispers under his breath.
Oh,
um, so you four are new around here. Are you coming in town to try and help with the dragon and protection, or are you just passing through?
A little bit of both. There's some pretty good, decent jobs going around.
I did see that the board had just been updated this morning actually. The town master puts them up pretty much every day. He puts up some new ones, or at least every week. I saw he was posting a few things today. Um, so which ones are you guys thinking about taking? Are you trying to What are you trying to do? What are they?
It depends, Mr. Barkeep. I'm sorry I didn't catch your name.
Oh, yes, yes, absolutely. Of course. I was just so caught off by seeing so many new faces at the same time. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Toblin Stonehill.
Well, Mr. Stonehill, it depends. How serious is this threat of a dragon? I know dragons aren't an everyday occurrence, but I don't know very much about the one in the area.
Um, it's pretty serious. It's been killing livestock and destroying the woods and people and killing them. Um, I've heard it does stuff with ice. It's a white dragon, so I I don't know. I've heard that different color dragons use different types of attacks. So I don't know, but most places that he attacks are covered in ice and snow when they get investigated. So I assume he uses some sort of cold-based attack. I don't know. I try to avoid the dragon. You know.
I mean, that's a very valid assessment. We were just trying to weigh out, my companion Jack and I. She's gonna put a hand gently on Jack's shoulder, trying to figure out who we should try to go take care of first. Because everybody seems to be threatened by this icy beast's presence, which is no surprise, but who do you think needs help the most?
Mm-hmm. Oh no. There we go. That's what I'm trying to do. Haha. Cool. Gave myself a roll to pick which one. Um, well, my personal preference would be if you went and saved my dwarves, my dwarf neighbors, from their excavation because, well, I'm trying to do an expansion and they're the best masons that we have. I'd rather them not die. But there's also Adabra. She makes potions for us, so she's also very helpful. Um, Either of those I would say would be where you should go first, but you're the adventurers. It's your choice. It's your lives that you're risking.
Jack. Well,
I I heard a story about this ruins.
oh, please do tell, Mr. Metalman, what kind of things are shaking around inside your head?
I will tell you, this is a different set of ruins from the one that you have heard.
Oh, so I'm just completely confused. I'm a robot confusion.
As you say that, he pipes up and says, "Oh, no, the place that you're talking about that I told you is much further out of town, south of Connieberry. This is more of a local excavation that they dug into in the Dwarven ruins. They're different places, but I can see how that could get mixed up."
Oh, okay. Um, yeah, forget I said anything.
It's very, Mr. Robot, Mr. Metalman, it's very hard to forget anything you say.
You can call me Cutlass, okay?
And you can call me Zell.
Okay.
Mm,
Oh, Lord.
mm, I am I am Livia. Stay dances.
Uh, okay.
We all have just been standing there talking.
Um,
So, like, we should at least introduce
that's fair.
ourselves.
That is fair.
As
So,
Jack is inhaling his food, he's like, "Hey, Jack," and
so,
That could have been my friend.
I don't see why you're so upset, Mr. Metalman. They live to die. Everything dies and serves a purpose in the grand scheme of things. And I think the more, well, you don't know me enough yet for me to talk about that. But don't be sad. It's just another part of life. What's life like for you, Mr. Metalman?
Living with the animals that you're killing.
Well, if it's any constellation, Mr. Metalman, Mr. Cutlass, they taste delicious.
Uh huh.
I
I
will say
will.
that as I take a big bite of the goat.
Sad.
Man, you are torturing Cutlass here. Oh, I'm trying to roleplay him as a lover of animals and stuff. You're just eating meat upon meat.
Mr. Cutlass, does my eating of goat bother you?
A little bit, yes.
I'll take another big bite. It's just so good. I'm sorry if it bothers you, but I'm hungry and I need to eat. I'll take
Estelle.
a bite of the cow. Yes, Jack.
You just kind of like pat your shoulder, like chill, calm it down.
It's fun. We haven't had this much fun in a while.
So, what about this dwarven quest?
Jack, do you want to go help out the dwarves during their excavation?
Yeah, and then we can help out a young lady. He looks towards the barkeep. Like, yes.
Oh, she's not young.
Oh, we should still help her though.
I mean, she's not
Young
old. She's like she's an adult. She's a grown woman. She's a midwife and an acolyte. She's very helpful. She's very knowledgeable and very well traveled.
If they're not dead of old age, they are young. I'm kidding.
And he
Yeah.
kind of looks at you and then himself, and he's like, you know, you're not wrong.
I think that's up for debate, varying on how the person looks. But okay, Jack. I'm gonna side eye Cutlass and take another big bite of goat.
If robots could tear and cry, it would be crying right now.
I
He's
will.
just doing one of those robot sobs. He's just like, cry, uh, uh,
I will say,
cry.
where you guys are going, you kind of end up inside of like a little mini cave system. So I don't see any on you right now, and I don't know how well you can see at nighttime, but I would maybe procure some sources of light if you need them before you go, if you don't have them already.
I'll look towards Jack. So we need to buy you some torches. If you want, you can borrow mine as well.
He snaps his finger and does the light cantrip.
I blink and look towards the robot. Mr. Cutlass, can your metal eyes see through darkness?
No, but I can ask the friends of my spider fellows
Oh,
for their help.
you also talk to spiders.
Help with light if needed as well.
I'll look at Cutlass and go, you know what's really fun? Pushing spiders. The way they crunch beneath
You
your teeth.
wouldn't.
Jack just gives her a hug.
God.
I look at Jack and I whisper, Jack, I was about to talk about how I crushed them with my bare hands. Please.
You do what
Do
now?
it to mean people, not nice guys.
He's not mean or nice, he's just weird. I'm just seeing how he reacts. Don't
It's
tell
okay.
me don't tell me you aren't even a little bit fascinated how someone would react like that.
How would you react if someone smushed me?
I would kill them in the most brutally beautiful fashion I possibly could. But in case you
Okay.
haven't noticed, Jack darling, you aren't a spider. Or a goat. Or a cow. Or the
But
important
he cares
thing.
about something. Stop smushing it.
I'm only figuratively smushing it, but fine. I'm sorry, Mr. Metalman, I'll behave. It's not nice to hurt your feelings.
He pipes up. The bartender goes, well, if you're gonna go to the dwarves, I can give you their names. So if you find them, their names are Dazzlin and Norbus.
Will you please spell that for me? I'm not familiar with Dwarvish.
They're very likely hiding because they're cowards, or they're further in their excavation site getting more stone. So if you announce and just like go in and just yell for them, they might just come out. You don't really have to. I mean, I guess you can explore the excavation site. I don't know if that's what the job is paying you to do, but I know we need them back in town, so my guess is probably just paying to warn them. But you know, you can do whatever you want. Just make sure they come back alive, please.
Well, that is something that is possible.
I'll try my best.
All right. Well,
Oh, Jack,
good
you
luck.
always do your best. Don't be so modest.
All right. Is there anything you guys? I assume you guys are gonna head towards the quest location.
Yeah. Well, at least Jack is.
Y-
Still goes where Jack goes. Look towards Cutlass and Levia. Well, we could
Wanna
certainly
come?
use more people.
I'll go if you tell me sorry for the animals you've brutally made fun of.
I'm sorry for the animals I brutally made fun of, but I will do it in the future if I find it funny. But not toward you. Jack said it so loud.
Fine, I'll join.
And I look towards Jack and I bat my eyelashes like, am I okay now?
He does like a heavy sigh, and then he gives you a smile.
All right. So, do you guys wish to buy torches, or do you guys have all your sources of light that you need?
How many of you can see in the dark? Because I can't. But that's just a tiefling thing.
I can tell you one, and it's you. So,
She doesn't know that. She hasn't met a
No.
Goliath or a metal
oh, I
man
know.
before.
I'm just telling you so you know.
Do I really want to use one of my shape shifts to see in the dark?
I have.
I
light-
cannot, but yep, I have my ways.
There you go. And anyone who
Now
casts
what?
the light spell, it's not just like for yourself. It basically turns whatever you're holding into a flashlight, so other people can see where that light produces light. So,
Yes. What he usually does is roll up a piece of paper, put light inside the paper, so like he can use it like a flashlight, and then like cover his hand over it, like if like something gets really close.
I absolutely love that. Please
that is
patent it.
that is a good idea. All right,
Mhm.
so you guys make your way southwest of Phandalin, um, going towards the excavation site. Um, you see that as you start to approach, the canyon's rocky walls rise up to a height of 80 feet. At the end of the canyon, a 20-foot high wall of black stone has a broken gate carved into it, with one stone door hanging precariously by a hinge and the other door missing. Beyond this open gate, in the shadow of a great mountain to the east, lies a ruined settlement, and all seems to be quiet. As you guys approach this situation here, and my assumption, because it's going to be black for a lot of you until I put on your light, I'm assuming that Jack and Levia are casting the light spell.
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
and that's 20 foot bright, 20 foot dim, correct?
Mhm.
Okay,
Mm.
so bang. You can probably
Yep,
see a little bit, and then bing.
and basically, as everybody, as we enter the cave, a little ball of fluff will
Cool.
come crawling out
Is there a specific
from
color either of you want your light to be?
um no, mine'll be a white light.
Okay, cool.
Yes, from between from her cleavage will pop out as we go in. From her cleavage will pop out what looks to be caught a ball of fluff with arms and legs. You'll see a little yellow horn nose and, and matching ears pop out and take to the air. And as it does, she'll cast. It'll start glowing as she casts light on it.
Cool.
Oh, that's lovely, Jack. Can you do that?
What? The thing and the thing? No, no. He holds his paper. He holds his rolled up like flashlight. Just like this, I can do this.
Your tactic isn't practical, Jack, but that one's a little bit more adorable. And I'll just kind of gently shoulder check you.
I 100% agree, and he just takes it.
You guys see that this
That's
canyon
Snowball.
that this canyon floor is strewn with rubble and bereft of vegetation, except for a few tough, scraggly weeds. But other than that, what you can see is what you can see. You see these walls around you leading into the excavation site where you believe these dwarven fellows, Daslin and Norbus, to be located.
Da-da-da. Da-da-da. And he's mumbling this as he.
Okay.
And then he just like quiets down a little
Oh,
bit.
let me make you guys size appropriate to the map. Hold on one sec.
It's not that I don't love your singing, but we're in a cave and things echo, so maybe keep it down.
You're right.
There you go. Now you're all size appropriate.
Oh, you never say that. Today must be a good day.
Oof, lag.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I caught a little
I
bit of that
agree.
too. I don't know why. That was weird.
I'm just receiving it the whole time.
Must be a really hefty map.
Not really. I don't know. It's weird. I might refresh, see if that helps. One sec. Refresh. Sometimes it just needs the old reset.
Turn it off and on again. Works more often than you think.
Right? Ye old college try. Okay, so as you guys approach this split, you see that this settlement seems to have been thoroughly ransacked. There are collapsed walls. A stone well on the far side of this ruin seems to be filled with rubble. But other than that, there's a lot of stone walls, a lot of collapsed segments of this area. So,
Well,
you guys can make me perception checks if you would like.
I will. I like to. I'm good at it.
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to reload my page.
You're fine. 5 and 8.
we notice everything, Jack. We're so good.
Everything.
So bad.
Okay, so perception.
Yes, this is correct.
Technically, I rolled a 1.
This
I mean,
place is a mess, Jack.
With your 15 and your 21, the two of you notice that there are outlines of stone buildings visible as collapsed walls. You can tell the way that this place is broken down that there were likely buildings here at some point. You also see that there are a few crushed dwarf bones and signs of recent campfires, but nothing of value in this general area, in this whole section right here. So,
It's a very cavey cave.
Jack just busts out
Oh
laughing.
god.
You like my impression of Cutlass? I think it's coming along very well.
Definitely looks like sort of like foundation of buildings, like the ones that I've seen in that town.
Estelle, you
Mhm.
see a partially collapsed off to your right to the east on the map, a partially collapsed 10-foot high wall separating this courtyard and then the settlement that you guys are in, and then something past that you see the 10-foot high partially collapsed wall separating that, with 3 heaps of rubble kind of piled in that area.
I'm going to stop Jack
Yeah.
and whisper, "Look, but don't be obvious."
You see that cut into the facade of the wall is a 10-foot high open doorway. So you can't actually see through
My bad.
these block lights. No, you're fine. The map doesn't build itself properly, and it shouldn't. It should just block it. But you can. Here, actually, I could just do it. Hold on one sec, and I will just make it, and you're gonna see something fancy. You ready? Watch this. Maybe. Oh, it's black. What? I don't want black.
Can't watch anything. It's still black.
Shh. This should theoretically work.
What great, powerful
Bam.
voice from the sky. What are you doing?
Bam.
blocking our line of sight.
Yep.
Oh, thanks.
Exactly what I'm doing,
Thanks.
because it doesn't do it on the pre-built map. So forget what you saw. It was all. It literally was all a
Oh.
facade. But you
I'll
see,
worship you, oh great Alex.
you see a 10-foot high open doorway flanked by crumbling granite on the either sides of it. And
My line of sight, I can see it now though. So
yeah, that's fine. It was just basically for those walls. You couldn't see in those specific angles, but you can see through once you're in the right angle. But as you see through the doorway, you see there are two life-size granite statues of cloaked, or there are life-size granite statues of cloaked dwarves. Evil grins can be seen on their weathered faces. And you see that as you approach, a voice calls out to you in common, saying, "Stop! Who's there? Who are you? Why are you in our excavation?"
Are you Desleen and Nordus?
You mean Dazzlin and Norbus?
Yeah.
Yeah, who's asking?
The barkeep in the town, we're supposed to get you because there's supposed to be a dragon nearby. We want to make sure you're safe.
there's a dragon nearby, just so we're clear.
White one. Cold.
Big and scary, kills
Mhm.
everything evidently, especially livestock.
You see that they look to each other and they just start arguing. Does anyone speak Dwarvish?
So
All right.
No.
They just start arguing in this deep, gruff language that you don't quite understand. But the way that they're bantering with each other back and forth, it seems like their relationship seems to be that of an old married couple. Even though you don't know if they're married, they're just acting that way. But they look to you and Norbus. Norbus says, "Why should we trust you? We don't know you."
oh, that's easy.
I
Because
can
no
say
one
it
likes
to your
the guy.
face if you want.
You guys can come in here. That's fine. We don't care.
Okay.
We don't bite. Well, hard.
Oh.
He goes right to the one that says he doesn't trust him. He just looks him in the eyes, all innocent like, and just like, we're here to help you. The guy from the tavern said that there's a dragon and we need to get you to town because what was his reason? Oh yeah, y'all are the best, I think, stonesmiths around?
Masons.
Masons. And he needs y'all for projects.
You see both their chests puff up a little bit and they go, "Yep, we are the best. That's why they call us Dazzlin and Norbus. The best masons in town."
Would be a shame to watch you die then, so you must get to safety.
Let's get your best butts out of here.
Well, you see... Alright. Well, if we gotta leave, you gotta finish doing our work for us here.
Dell looks at Jack.
Am I gonna get paid extra? Because right now I'm only getting paid to get your butt out. He gets all serious, like he was all kitty and friendly, but then he gets all serious. He's just like,
I'm going to put a hand on Jack's shoulder and go, "That's right, Jack, you tell him," and give you a d6 of bardic inspiration.
Alright, well, so here's what we can do. We want to come back here to finish our work, obviously. So, but we got a problem, and if you'll solve our problem, we'll give you this. And he pulls out this magical stone. And anybody who is proficient in Arcana can make me an Arcana check.
Estelle just kind of blinks. Oh, what a very pretty rock.
Are only one of you trained in Arcana?
yep. Or
I mean, do you count having Jack of all trades as like a half proficient?
Yeah,
So I
it's a
could roll
perfect.
one?
You're literally proficient in everything. So yeah, you can
Okay.
roll in it. There you go.
Oh, what a pretty rock.
Cute!
And as you blink and say, "What a pretty rock," Levy, you know that there are magical items in this world that sometimes just look like mundane things. And from the way they're holding it right now and the dim light, you can't quite tell what it is. But Estelle, as you go, "Oh, what a pretty rock," you're like, in your head, you're like, "Oh shit, it's a fucking sending stone. It's a magical rock."
Estelle blinks and looks towards Jack and just kind of like leans over Jack and gets really close. Oh, that is a very pretty rock. We'll do anything you need.
Any,
As long as I guarantee I
What
can
is
get
the
it.
thing that we need?
I
I'm
will
just-
cover Jack's mouth.
all right, we'll give this to you if you promise to kill the jelly ooze things that are like in our excavation site causing problems.
She'll put a finger up with her hand still on Jack's mouth. Give me a second. Cutlass,
Yes.
are you attached to giant jelly things the way you are to goats and cows?
Jelly things. I don't. I'm not fond of them.
We'll do it.
He goes, "Oh, great. All right, well then we'll head back to town. Here's this one. There's another one, but it's in one of the jellies, I think, maybe. Um, yeah,
Does he
so,
hand it to Estelle?
yeah, he'll give you one sending stone. So you have one
Okay.
sending stone. And you go, well, uh, good luck. Don't, don't die. And you see that Norbus and Dazzlin just kind of take off. And you guys are left with this excavation site and the request to go and kill some jellies.
I take my hand off of Jack's mouth. Sorry, Jack, it was a pretty rock and I wanted it.
Do not sign my life away for something shiny you want.
But Jack, this will help me get in contact with him.
I don't know what you mean, but fine. He starts walking ahead.
Jack, did I upset you?
As you walk a bit, you see that this set of doors and this set of doors are held open by spikes that have been nailed into the ground, holding these doors from swinging shut.
Ooh. Be careful about doors that aren't nailed to the floor.
Upset you, did I?
No.
You can see this is a door that doesn't seem to be nailed open, but it also just seems to be a door itself that has been forced open. And looking in, you see that this. Looking at it, it looks weird because the door looks like it was probably flush with the wall and looks a lot more like wall than a door. So you imagine this to be some sort of old secret chamber that's no longer usable. It's just filled with rubble and rock.
Oh, he gets like a little kid real quick. He's like, yes, secret doorways. He gets his like little sailor accent going.
Know what's better than secret doorways, Jack?
Secret tunnels.
Oh
Someone
my
knows what
god.
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I like you better, Levia. I won't be as mean to you.
I appreciate that.
Y'all wanna go in? Yeah? Meh?
Want to go first?
Sure.
All right. You can
Close
you can
behind.
go in.
Before we go in, I will cast mage armor
All right.
before we go any further. So
Can I do a perception check real quick?
Absolutely. Well, this is all rubble. You can't get through this stuff here. This is basically blocked. This whole room is basically blocked by rubble. You can't really get in past where Estella is right now. And that looks to be a collapsed tunnel from where you are. So,
19.
yes. You see this room is full of rubble, and that tunnel is collapsed beyond the ability to be cleared.
Yep. Nothing here. No more jellies. Let's go. Wait. Let's go back.
Can Estelle roll investigation to find Jack a nice looking rock?
Sure. find a rock. It's not very
Um,
nice. It's just a rock.
Jack is sad because there's nothing in the room, and I go, I mean, here, Jack. Remember this nice room with this rock?
Uh,
You can throw it at somebody's head and watch them bleed from a concussion.
If they're sitting there
looks
talking,
his head just like, why
I'll cast
are you like this?
prestidigitation and turn the rock rainbow colored.
All right, it does that.
Okay, now Jack's.
Assholes! Now you can give somebody a concussion with a multicolored rock.
Okay, I'm going to put this in my inventory later. Rainbow concussion rock.
Well, I will tell you later when you pull out the rainbow concussion rock, it will just be a concussion rock. Because prestidigitation, it does not
Only
last
like-
this long. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yep.
only lasts a couple minutes or an hour.
An
I'll
hour.
just be rainbow to Jack.
Yep, it lasts for 1 hour.
Out of game, Estelle can paint the rock for you later with makeup or something.
It's true. It can
He's
be
so
done.
happy right now.
All right, so you are in that room that is collapsed. Where you guys go?
Seems like we're hopping out.
Do it.
Yep.
Happening.
So you see as you walk into this room, there is a bloodstained limestone altar at the far end of the room,
Ooh, that
and,
don't-
and there are 4 pillars just kind of holding up the ceiling, which are
Estelle looks at Jack and goes, see? Concussions. The rock is nicer though.
Can I roll perception?
yeah. The 3 of you who are in the room, go ahead and roll perception for me.
I get an 8. Stone.
Let me double check something here. All
Not
right.
just a boulder, it's a rock.
It's not just a boulder; it's a rock.
To be classified as
As
a boulder, it has to be 16 centimeters in diameter.
yeah.
Know things.
The 3 of you, as as you're all looking, Estelle, you notice clinging to the ceiling above you, an ooze. Clinging to the ceiling south of you, another one.
Ew, ew.
And they
Jack,
start
Jack,
dripping and just
Jack, Jack,
falling down. I
Kelly.
I
Oh,
need everybody to roll initiative.
Shoot.
Man, did I turn tiebreaker on?
17.
Yeah,
Love
I love this song.
cephalopod.
So glad so glad we found that.
Oh, nice. Thanks. I rolled a nat 1 already.
It's alright. These guys are not fast. They literally have a -2.
They're still gonna be faster than me.
Oh my god, I'm on the same initiative as the July.
Oh,
No, you're fine.
July.
I forgot the.
No, you're cool. I can just add you in here. No worries.
I still go before them because at least my dexterity isn't in the minus.
Enter.
I forgot to click
No,
my
you're fine.
token. So.
You are fine. Descending. And what's your dexterity? It doesn't matter. I'll make a +1 because you're before them anyway. Boop. All right, Jack, you see the slimy goo just kind of hanging from the ceiling from right above you, right above the altar, and then kind of down to the southwestern corner, and you just hear as these things are just seeping down from the ceiling onto you. What do you do?
I will. It's on the ceiling still?
Yeah, it is currently on the ceiling.
Okay, and how far away is the ceiling from me?
It is 10 feet high and flat. feet above you, this gelatinous thingy is just hanging out.
Ten feet away, I'm going to step this way, and I'm going to Eldritch Blast.
Okay. I'm assuming you want this one right here above you.
Yeah.
Alright. 9 barely hits, but hits.
Oh, yeah!
3. Okay.
For 3 damage.
Alright. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Alright. Levia.
I will start out by going into my blade song.
Nice.
And yeah, as I'm sitting here starting to dance around, I will join in on the attack, and from the top of my backpack, I will pull out a saber, and from it I will cast. And as I pull it out pops a Steel Touch.
Okay. On this same guy. This big one?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
The same one.
And it is a what? A save, I believe?
No, to roll to hit.
Oh, nice. 11 to hit does hit for 4 necrotic damage. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you cannot regain hit points until your next turn. Cool. Anything else you would like to do on your turn? You've used your action and bonus action, so you got some movement.
And I'll just use my movement and get over here next to this other one.
Okay. It's also still 10 feet. That one's 10 feet in the air. In the air, too, on the ceiling. So,
Yep,
alright.
fair.
Estelle.
Well, first of all, ew. I'm gonna back the heck up because I'm like, haha, no. And I'm going to call out to the one above Cutlass because it's the one I saw first.
Mm-hmm.
This is how you know it's allergy season because all the dwarves have disgusting runny noses. And I'll cast Vicious Mockery.
Alright. 13 wisdom save. Okay. They're not wise. They are, in fact, just goo.
I'm glad I did max damage on that.
So. Alright. And it's gonna have disadvantage. We'll put a red dot on it. Anything else you would like to do on your turn?
Jack, you still have Bardic Inspiration because I don't think it's. Well, I mean, it's been longer than 10 minutes, right?
It's not.
Okay.
Well, up a little hard
Okay.
there. You have inspo.
I'll remind, I'm okay. Jack has Bardic Inspo, so I mean, I guess I'll just save the rest of mine until
Okay.
I feel like someone else needs it. But other than that, I'm just gonna stay in the back and go. Don't get caught up in the goop. It doesn't look good. It looks. It's gross. Don't touch me. Ugh.
Alright, so this ochre jelly's turn. On its turn, you're gonna see in front of you, Cutlass. It just separates from the ceiling and it just pops and plops on the ground. Oh no, my battle music stopped. Come back, Cephalopod. Go on to repeat. So it drops down, so it's no longer 10 feet in the air. Cutlass, it just is on top of you at this point. And it's going to make a pseudopod attack at you at disadvantage because of it's been viciously mocked.
No,
Okay.
I deny it.
That's good because that's a lot of damage. Yeah. What is your HP max anyway? I guess it doesn't really matter 'cause you can
22.
switch between shapes. So I'm gonna put your normal one on here just so you have it for this one. So, but it misses, and it only gets one attack. So that's its turn. This one is going to fall down to the ground as well. And the thing that ran up to it, it's just going to take a swing at you, Miss Wizard. Pseudopod attack. 7, which misses.
Mhm.
Cutlass.
Atlas is going to mobilize.
All right.
Yeah. He's got a wild shape.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. For some reason, it signed me out of D&D Beyond. Give me a second.
Oh no. What are you wild shaping into?
Bear. Brown bear.
Hashtag brown bear. Okay,
Brown bear.
I'm gonna put it on the map and give you some.
Yeah.
What's the picture for your brown bear? I want to see. Oh, it looks like a metal man, like a robot. That's funny.
Metal man.
All right. Vision.
And, let's see. Okay, I'm signed back in now.
Cool. I'm gonna move your normal dude over here off the map for a second. So you're a bear. What's the bear's HP and AC?
Bear's HP is 34.
Oh yeah. All right. Cool.
And AC is 11. Alright, so
That's your bonus
now...
action. You guys just see this robot, like metal man, just shapeshift into a bear. Just now you got this weird, like, metallic-looking bear.
I will now attempt to... Which one would be better for this? I'm gonna do the claw.
Okay.
I'm gonna claw at him.
All right.
Which is fortunately not letting me roll it. Why is it not letting me roll it on here?
Do you have your extension turned on?
Ah, my extension probably turned off when it signed me out.
That happens sometimes.
I hate this so much. Okay, whatever. It says 2d6 plus 4.
Well, you gotta roll to hit first.
Yeah, I gotta roll to hit.
So-
Plus 6 on hit.
Nice.
So, what is that, a d20 plus 6 on hit?
Mm-hmm. So 9 will hit.
9 will hit. Okay, cool. And now 2d6 plus 4
Yep.
slashing damage.
So 10.
10 damage.
Okay. So, as you slash at this ochre jelly, you see that it slashes in half. Let me check something else real quick to double check what I'm doing is right. Oh, so you go to slash at it, but it doesn't take any damage, but it does split in half. So now,
Oh, great.
instead of having one
great.
ochre jelly, you now have 2 ochre jellies.
Oh my god, this is Minecraft.
And now you have 2. The slashing
Nice.
didn't seem to do anything except split it in half. And this is a block that you can't technically, where the big, like the lines are coming off these blocks, technically they're like up high, so you cannot walk through this or like this one. So they're
Del
pin-
would like to make a comment about the site.
Mhm.
Oh, this is unbearable.
Ah.
Oh my god.
Are you moving anywhere, brown bear?
Nah, I'll stay right here.
All right, Jack, it's your turn. You just saw this brown bear split this jelly in 2, literally split it in 2.
I don't want that to happen. Oh no. I will. Blast it again. Hopefully hit.
Yeah,
21.
yeah, that hits. Which one are you hitting? The one directly here or the one behind it?
The one right in front of me.
Okay, cool. That does hit.
Damn it, how do I switch it to this?
Hey, switch it to what?
How do I, I'm just trying to link it. I don't know if it's still linked.
Oh, yeah, I don't think you can link your extras from your main sheet to your token sheet. I think you just have to go to like,
Okay.
yeah, if you pull up the bear sheet though, like the bear's character sheet in D&D Beyond like a beast, you can just roll from that and it will roll. So just search brown bear and then open that. and roll
Okay,
from
I
that.
get you, I
Yeah,
get you,
yeah.
I get you.
Cool.
Alright.
Anything else in your turn, Jack? All right, Levia.
As everybody watches the the robot transform into a brown bear and the Goliath woman dancing around in the middle of this battle. Yep, I will come as a as as the jelly in front of me attacks.
All right.
I
Roll
will
your.
slap it back.
All right. 24 does hit for 10 piercing damage. Nice. As you stab into this jelly, and as you pull it out, you just pull it out and it's just like it's like your saber's covered in
Saber.
snot now.
Yeah. Ugh.
Anything else on your turn?
Let's see. You know what? Do you have this? And from my and from another pocket on my belt, I'll pull out a dagger, and I'll stab at it again.
Okay. So it'll be a regular dagger, but for your damage, you don't get the +4. You just get the regular
Yep.
4. So cool. So you stab it for 4 more damage. Because after researching into Blade Singer, I learned that technically you can do 2 one-handed weapons and it doesn't break your blade song, but attacking one weapon with 2 hands will break it. It's weird. But yeah, you stab it for 8 more piercing damage. You're messing this thing up. Just stab, stab. Are you gonna move anywhere? Or are you gonna stay there?
I'm just gonna keep dancing around it. Yeah.
Okay. Estelle.
Seeing the brown bear tear apart this jelly, I look at the two. Am I able to tell which one looks worse off, or is it just like it was just split in
The
half?
two, it looks like it was literally just split in half. They look like duplicates of each other with the same amount of wear and tear.
Alright, well that's annoying. Estelle's going to look towards the one she can see because this one's behind a pillar, right?
Correct.
So that one's not immediately in my sights. I'll go with the first one, and I'll just do vicious mockery again.
Okay.
And this time I'll say, if anybody ever feels that they wake up and look disgusting like a blob, be thankful you at least don't look like that. And I fail.
It's not so much that you fail or flail for that matter. It's that the jelly doesn't seem to understand language, so it just kind of you're just yelling words in the air. Really, is how that goes.
So that's annoying. I can't do anything else, but that's okay. I'm gonna stay back here and try to be safe.
All right. So each of these jellies is going to take one swing at you, Mr. Bear.
Uh-huh.
So here's the first one.
No.
10 to hit. Misses.
No.
All right. And the second one.
No.
Wow. And you have avoided a lot of damage. That's both their turns. This other ochre jelly, who's just getting pierced and pierced and poked, is gonna take a swing at this dancing Goliath. Wow. You wait. You're gonna fight something else that doesn't like do a lot of damage, but I'm gonna crit like 7 times in a row and just hit for like an annoying amount of small damage, like 9 damage here and there, just like have a bad time. But no, they miss. It is Cullis' turn.
In his mind, he's just thinking they can't break down again. He's gonna go for a swing. He's gonna do a multi attack. He's gonna bite with one of his attacks. So let's see if this works. 25.
Yeah,
Eight.
you whispered it to me, but yeah, it hit. Which one you hit? The one right in front of
Oh,
you?
why did it whisper?
I don't know. You can probably just turn that off. It's probably a weird thing.
Yeah, the
It's-
one right in front of
yep.
me,
The bite hits.
and then the claw,
That
and I
misses.
whisper to you again.
Yeah, so I think if you click on the red D&D Beyond button besides send in your Roll20 chat, it should have like whisper rolls up there. It might have auto set it to that for some reason.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming you're not gonna move anywhere.
No.
All right, Jack.
take out his longbow
Okay.
and aim to shoot the one that he's been after, which is this guy right there.
Okay.
Boop.
That just hits.
Boom. For 6 damage.
This jelly is looking not good. It's looking bad. Anything else in your turn?
He's gonna, like, flail the jellies at him, or, like, flail a little bit, like, come over here and get me.
Okay. Roll a, I don't know, performance check.
Foreman. Oh, she's gonna make fun of me.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe not!
You see that the giant arm of this ochre jelly kind of swings in your direction, like it's starting to turn its sockwood shape towards you. Livia.
Yep. I'll sit here, and as I do my first attack with my saber,
Yes, that hits for 10 piercing. Alright, that's good.
yep, now come back around to here and attack with
9
my dagger.
hits, and you'll get 3 damage from that. Okay, cool. It's starting to look pretty bad. So,
Mm-hmm.
cool. Alright.
And yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay. Estelle.
Alright, well, that didn't work. I'll look over towards this one by Levia.
Okay.
And I mean, I just don't want to burn my few spell slots I have, so I'm just gonna try the vicious mockery again, but I'm gonna look towards this jelly in front of her and just go, ah! Gonna aggressively scoff at it. Yes!
Negative
Just-
1 damage. Negative 1 on the save even. It is. You see it kind of like flatten a little bit. Like it's been deflated.
I look towards Levia after I scoff at, like when I scoff I do the wrist flick and I just flip my hair and look away. I look towards Levia and with my free hand give her a thumbs up.
Perfect. Okay.
No, actually, instead of a thumbs up, I'll give her like a playful wink.
Alright. This first ochre jelly is gonna try and attack you with a pseudopod, Mr. Bearman. 22. For
Yes.
11 bludgeoning and 3 acid
Uh-huh.
damage. So
There,
14.
I saw it coming.
That was a very good attack, you could say.
Ha ha ha. Ha.
You were just clawing for a chance to say something like that.
Oh my god!
Alright, so subtract your from that, 14. And this one is going to move here, but it doesn't leave your range, so you don't get an attack of opportunity, but it wants to attack the thing that just got its attention. 5. That misses Jack.
With it trying to attack me, can I do a reaction? Or is that only if it hits?
What's the reaction?
Hellish Rebuke.
I think they have to hit you. I think it says when it hits.
Okay.
This ochre jelly is going to try and hit the thing that's been poking at it the most, but it's at disadvantage, so here comes a pseudopod swing against our Goliath. 13, which I think misses. Tell us.
Oh, it's my turn again. Alright.
Yeah.
Cool. Sorry, dog over here hit me and didn't think I was gonna hit him back. Alright.
This is the guy.
See
The
if
guy
this-
up top is the one that smacked you.
Yeah, yeah. This bear's a little angry, so it's gonna try to hit him, I guess. We'll do multi-attack again. Do the buy. Let's see if this actually works and sends it to the right thing. Nope. Cool.
Nah, it doesn't.
13. For 9, and then
Oh yeah.
23,
it's-
10.
Yeah, this guy's looking real bad now.
Yeah, there you go. And that'll end my turn.
All right, Jack.
Okay. Now, since it's up close and personal, he will grab his rapier and slash.
8 just hits.
Boom!
Piercing damage as you stab into this ochre jelly. You see that the weird congealed mess of jelly just kind of turns into a pool of slime as it dies. And it's just leaking on your shoes at this point. Anything else on your turn?
He puts the sword away and gets his bow ready again.
Olivia.
I will wink back to Zell as I go at
Alright.
go at the thing with my
Oh yeah, that hits.
thing.
That hits 20 for sure.
Mm, and
Damage.
you know what? I think I'll throw my dagger at the smaller one.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a thrown dagger attack, which misses. You go to just
Oh,
throw
no.
it, and it just like goes through it and just like bounces off the wall. So. But all right, Estelle.
I would see that Jack killed it when I see the goop on his shoes.
Yeah.
Part of me has the urge to just use an action to go clean his shoes up because it looks disgusting and I don't know what it'll do to him, but it's dead, so one problem at a time. I'd see the dagger clang off and try to hit this jelly, and I'll go over and I'll kind of try to reach up and touch whatever part of Levia's body I can, or at least actually I'll just stand there, cross my arms, and scoff at her and go, Levia, it's okay that you didn't hit it. Unlike your dagger, that jelly's life has no point.
Oh my god.
Vicious mockery again.
On that jelly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fails. It's
I'll just stick my tongue out
you're
and just
slowly weakening it.
just stick my tongue out and drag my middle finger over the bottom part of my eyelid as I look over at it, and I look at the brown bear and see it hurt. Just, oh, I should probably growl if you need help, metal bear.
Alright, so the jelly who you just insulted is just, they're not smart. It's just gonna attack at disadvantage the brown bear.
Oh, no.
A 7 misses.
Man, that would have been a ton of damage.
That would have been a bad
Vicious
time.
Mockery. Go vicious mockery. What's up?
That's almost max damage. It could do a total of 20 damage as its max.
I would have killed my bear.
This other one is going to move here. Well, it's gonna move right there, but it's still in both your mixes to kind of get up close to Jack. But it's gonna take a swing at Jack because it just keeps missing at you. But it's gone against the wall, so a 9 still keeps missing. Cutlass.
Let's see if this actually works. I think I fixed it.
Okay.
So, first attack.
Fixed it.
Aha!
And you bite down. How do you feel about swallowing jelly?
I'm a robot. It doesn't bother me.
Alright, you bite down and you see that this brown bear like jumps on top of it and just chomps down with his jaw, throws it up in the air, opens its mouth, and like a slug just like spirals down the metallic throat of this brown bear as it eats this jelly.
Now that's what you call a gummy bear.
Oh my
A
gosh.
jelly bear.
Oh
We have a
my
singing
goodness.
bunny bear.
There you go.
Oh, and there's no way I can hit this one. I don't think I can actually get to him.
Yeah, you can. How much movement do you have?
As a bear, I have
You can get there. How you get
40
25?
feet.
Yeah, you can do that
Yeah,
whole path right there.
there we go. Yeah, path there. Hey, Jelly. I'm gonna claw you because I already finished off that other one. So
Cool. Yeah, and
16 for 8.
as you claw this jelly
Split.
to slash it, it tries to split, but it doesn't. As it splits, it doesn't seem to be able to maintain enough of its form to have two separate versions of itself going at once, and it dies.
Nice.
Yes. So that is the end of combat, and as it slashes down and dies, you see that its two forms that you took seem to melt down and slide under a gap in the wall here and under a gap in the wall here. Just kind of seeping under the walls. So,
Disgusting at all.
mhm.
Hmm.
Jack, darling, are you hurt?
By the way, I'm just gonna stay a bear
That's fine.
for my hour.
That's fine. That's what you do.
Are you hurt?
I'm good. I'm good. Can I
Okay.
look in the puddles to see? You said something about one of the jellies having a stone
Mhm. He said
in
one.
it.
He said a jelly back here has a stone. Yes.
Yeah. So he's just gonna look in a puddle real quick.
Okay.
For
You can go ahead and give me perception checks.
Boop.
It
Yeah.
does. You do not seem to see any type of stone in the jelly puddles that
I'll
are
do
remaining.
if I'm allowed.
Yeah, go for it. Y'all can do it if you want.
Well, I'm still a bear, so I don't know what I would roll. So.
You keep your wisdom, intellect, and charisma stats as a
I
bear
Okay.
from being a moocher, so you could just roll your normal perception.
Oh well, it doesn't matter.
We don't see anything.
But if you're doing
We don't
something specific to smell, you would get like advantage because you're a bear, or
I'm ready.
whatever your keen hearing and whatever that is.
Yeah. Can
I mean,
smell.
could Estelle walk over and try to have
I
the
mean, Jack, you
bear?
still have your
Oh, inspiration! Can I use my
well, you have your
inspiration?
bardic inspiration, yeah.
Okay.
You can add
Add a
whatever to
d6.
7.
It's a d6.
Yeah. Please roll a 6.
It's
That's
a 4.
An
yeah.
11.
7. Yeah.
Between walking around this room, between all of you, you don't find the stones that he was speaking of in particular. But through walking around, as you guys get over up this way, you do see that there's a weird compartment in this pillar. And if
Did
you,
I
hmm?
did I see my dagger during all of this?
Oh yeah, when you were over here looking for your dagger, that's when you actually noticed the compartment because it bounced off the wall over here, and as you looked down here, it kind of looked up and you saw this glint out the corner of your eye. And I will show you. There's a little. You found it right there. There's a little secret in the wall right there. As you're looking at this pillar and kind of feeling around where it kind of glints a little bit, you find a secret cavity, and as you pop it open, a bunch of dwarf skulls tumble out, and at the bottom of the cavity is a small stone coffer containing 15 gemstones. I will tell you they're worth 10 gold pieces each. So,
I'm going to look at Jack and pick up a skull, put it on my hand, and make it talk.
that's funny.
Good to.
Hey, Jack, you know what's funnier than a dwarf? A dead one. See?
Unless they're friends.
Not wrong, you know. I'm a dwarf. Arr.
You must think you're real school.
With your passive investigation, Levia, between the glint that you saw for this secret compartment and your dagger, you see that there are a couple out of place bricks, both here and here in the walls, um, that kind of grab your attention if those were things that you were interested in looking at.
Yeah, I'll go check them out. See how I can
As
see
you,
if I can move.
yeah, as you look at that one first, where you are, um, you see that it kind of opens up. I might actually have to move you because I don't. Let me try something else here. Hold on one sec. I'm gonna. Haha. There you go. Now you should be able to see.
Mm-hmm.
There's a door, and you can see that there is. You can see the end of the hallway, but there seems to be a right turn at the end of this hall, and then some rubble on the left side, but you can see down the hall.
And we see Levia doing this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, look, Jack, another thing you love, more passageways. And where the dwarfs go in hand go, that's right, it's a secret tunnel. You'd think the dwarves would have told us about this. And she'll look at the dwarfs go in her hand. What do you think? Nah, they wouldn't say shit. Yeah, they didn't say very much.
Those dwarfs are gonna have a bone to pick with you.
But it's okay because dwarves have very thick heads, and she'll just like knock against the skull in her hand. Hey, I may have a thick head, but that hurt. Life hurts, but you wouldn't know because you're dead.
As you pop both these bricks, you see that secret doors are revealed on. Secret tunnels are revealed on both sides. So.
Oh my goodness, Jack, you know it's better than one secret door is two. Or three. No one asked you, dwarf skull. She'll flick the center of the head.
He said he's so happy right now. He's just like, yay.
All right. So what are
Should
you
we
guys doing?
investigate first?
You can.
Hmm.
Alright, this is the timer for about 15 minutes.
A minute. Does anybody want to question why there are a bunch of random dwarf skulls embedded in this secret pillar? Nah, probably not. Okay, I guess it's just me.
Yeah, that is weird.
Especially because the place is run by dwarves. Maybe they're in a cult. Not a very good cult, then I'll say.
Okay.
Something's bothering you, and she'll turn the skull to face you and cock its head.
He just cocks his head to the side. No, I'm good. And then just walks into a tunnel.
She'll turn the skull towards her and pat its head and go, "It's okay. It took a while for him to like me too. Just kidding, you suck." And she'll just like pop the skull in her bag and keep walking.
So you step into the tunnel and you see that getting towards the end, if there is some rubble, but it looks like it's passable. But you can investigate or you can perceive if you so choose.
I will think skinny. I will think skinny.
Okay.
I know I'm a pretty thick girl.
All right.
I'm a freaking bear.
As you get towards the end here, there is another jelly
Oh my god.
just hanging out on the ceiling, and it sees you, and it drops. We're gonna fight again because you didn't
Oh
look.
my
'Cause
god!
you didn't look.
Chelsea said pulls out the skull. You guys, this is my new best friend next to Jack.
Guys!
Yeah, having a lot of fun over here.
That's,
There we go.
That's,
No.
that's not fun though. Oh my gosh, it's the same turn order as last time. Almost.
Hang on, I gotta get my bear. Come on.
Oh, get the bear in there.
Yeah, I gotta get my bear in there.
How's your bear gonna attack when we're all stuck in a narrow hallway?
You can't right now. Jack can't run away, and the brown bear can't get to you. So
Yep.
you're all stuck. Levia, you are first. I'll say with your passive investigation, because it's higher than the standard check needed. You, as you're walking down here and you hear this ooze, you see yet another glint of a brick out of place. And based on what you've seen before, you can actually very quickly glean that there's another secret door right beside you.
Yep.
So.
I'll press it.
Yep. You press it and just you see like this stone wall just kind of collapses into the ground, making a clean tunnel for you to break into or walk into, should I say?
As I press it, I'll be out. Press it and it opens. I'll be like, We have a way out if needed.
Maybe
And
start moving that way then.
Yeah, because you can't see the thing to attack it.
I can see though. It's like, problem. Can we get out of the way of it, or
Run! I'll fight it off.
What you want to do, Livia?
I think for now I'll move out into the
Okay.
onto the side right here.
As you step into there, you see that you are in a. This hallway is partially collapsed. Over here, this is completely collapsed. You can't break through here. But you see there are two doors to your left and to your right, both of which they're very obvious doors. They're not secret or anything. You can walk through either one of them if you want to. If you want to pick another door to walk through on your turn and walk into that room, you can do that. Just tell me which one you want to go into, and I'll let you pop through there.
All right. Yeah, I'll open up that door real quick and just take a quick peek in.
Okay, for some reason it's not letting me grab the thing off there. But you can. Yeah, I'm gonna just do this real quick because I can't get it to move. So you walk into this room. You see there's an empty stone font juts out the southwest wall. A stone wardrobe against the east wall holds the rotted remains of two suits of red leather armor. Yeah, that is what you see on your turn. So it is the Ochre Jelly's turn. And he's got Jack right in front of it. So Jack is gonna try and pseudopod you as it falls down to the ground.
oh god,
Is a hit.
Nope. 18.
oh my god, oh that
Alright.
terrifies me.
And it's just slowly like absorbing these rocks under it as it's trying to get to you, Estelle.
I'm going to try to get closer to Jack, like right here. Pull the skull out of my bag, pull my hair over my shoulder, and like hold the skull and position it just against the back of Jack's neck, and let it clatter, and talk to Jack about the ochre jelly.
Okay.
It's going to. Okay, so for vicious mockery, I'm going to have the skull talk to Jack and go, "Man, this ochre jelly needs to hit the road, Jack."
Oh my goodness.
Rolls a 9. For one.
Roll the one. She looks. Estelle seems to realize how bad the joke was and go, "I'm sorry, I need more work with my new comedy partner. Maybe we should get out of here and let the bear help you. Would you rather I go?"
Your call, but I want you safe.
"Oh, sweetie, I want you safe. If anything happens, just scream and I'll come save you. I like you, but I don't like you bloody." And I'll go towards the secret entrance that Levia talked about, and look toward the bear, and with the skull, I'm gonna try to make it work again, and look towards the bear, and give you a D6 of bardic inspiration, and have the skull go, "This situation's unbearable. Go claw your way to the top."
I will say once you've stepped in here, between you, Levia, and Estelle, you can think about it for a quick second and realize this is probably clearable with multiple hands, but it'll take some time. But this hallway is probably clearable. That rubble is anyway.
Estelle will tell the skull that, "Remind me to go tell everyone later we can clear this out. Got it."
You want to stay there or you want to move anywhere else?
I'm gonna move as far as I can over here to try to find which way Levia went, and then I'll
Yeah, you can basically get to the doorway and you can see where she is. Brown Bear, it's your turn.
Yes, the brown bear is gonna move in this direction.
Okay. Just gonna hang out there?
I mean, I really can't do anything, can I?
I'd say because you're a bear, technically Jack could climb over you. You would just be difficult terrain, but you can hold an action if you want to. So like you could hold an attack and just tell me what the trigger is if the Ochre Jelly gets close or something like that.
I'll hold an attack,
Okay.
and yeah, I'll hold my my
Wait,
claw.
okay. Do you get multi-attack in general? Is that what you
Yeah,
get?
I get multi attack. Yeah, so it'd be
Okay,
a
so
bite and
multi-attack is
claw
part of your
with yeah.
actions. Yes, you get both.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Yep.
alright.
Jack. You see this bear approach you as everyone else has run away, and this ochre jelly's trying to slap you with its pseudopods.
As Jack, he kind of wants to be in between him because. Oh well, no. Yeah. Okay. He will. Rapier.
That just hits. For 4.
Water piercing.
Okay.
And then he will take his movement
Okay.
away, and it gets attack of opportunity.
Yeah, it'll be a disadvantage because of vicious mockery.
19 hits.
So you get 14 total damage as you can clamber over the black bear, but you take 14 points of damage.
Can I use my reaction?
Yeah,
Hellish Rebuke?
yeah, you can.
Hell yeah!
Remember to scream.
Alright, and what's the save on? I think it's dex for whatever your damage is. 13 fire damage. For dex save.
Yeah. Well, as he gets hit, both his eyes turn yellow, and then just Hellish Rebuke just crawls down out of the ground and then hits just as a reaction, like as his reaction.
Yep, 100%.
And then he climbs over the bear.
Alright, cool. So you climb over the bear. You can make your way through the hallway if you want, because you can see a stealth through there, because that's probably 5, 10, 15. You've probably used 20 feet of movement, so you have 10 feet left if you want to use it. Cool. But
Here, let
otherwise...
me manage my health real quick.
Okay, yeah. It was 14. But otherwise, Levia, it is your turn.
Oh, plus 2, plus 4. Okay. Minus 4. There we go.
Not
I'm at 8.
not much I can do right now. I'm guessing.
Roll me a perception check real quick.
Perception.
Yeah. Three. Yeah, this room just looks like a room, and you got a cell there who just mentioned to you real quick that with some time and effort, you could clear out that hallway that collapsed when you first ran in.
Yep, fair enough. I'm guessing I can't make my way over to help because I'm sure I've started hearing the
Yeah,
The
you heard the screams, and a small explosion. But other than that, it is ochre jelly, and it's gonna go, which lets your multi-attack reaction go off, brown bear. Throw your
Yep.
attacks. 14 hits for 7 piercing, and 16 hits for 8 slashing, but it doesn't
Blitz.
actually do any damage and splits the ochre jelly in 2. So now you have 2 ochre jellies to deal with instead of just 1.
Nice.
Uh-huh. And because they're both there, they're basically 2 new creatures at this point, so it's gonna move 10 feet and it's gonna like try and get around you. This one's gonna move here because they can move together, and they're both going to attack you. It's not necessarily a positive flanking position because one's chasing Jack and one's attacking you, so they can't reach Jack yet, but they're both going to attack you. So here's your first attack. An 8. Which misses.
That misses.
Your second one is 18.
Oh, that hits.
For 8. So you get hit by the one down this way. And Jack, you see now that there is a smaller jelly that is chasing you, and Estelle. It's your turn.
Alright, so, Jack didn't scream that anything was wrong, but I'm going to...
No, I screamed.
Okay, you screamed, I'm gonna run out.
You run out and you
And-
see, looking through the door, you see a bear, a couple jellies, and Jack.
I look at Jack, and Jack doesn't look good. I'm going to... look at my skull in my hand and say, "What should I do?" The skull will look back and forth and nod its head and go, "You know what to do, girlie. Just get it done." And I'll look at Jack with pleading eyes and go, "Don't worry. I'll take care of you first." And I'll stand in front of Jack, if I can, where
Yeah,
the
you can
jelly
fit.
is.
You can fit there, sure.
And I'm going to call out, "My sincerest apologies, Mr. Bear." Going to cast. Well, no. I mean, I guess I could. But unfortunately, you'd be caught up in it, so. Well, actually, maybe you should ask if he'd rather be healed. She'll kind of pause and look towards Jack. "Jack, do you want me to heal you? Or make them suffer?"
I wouldn't mind a patch-up job real quick.
Looks towards them, looks towards you. Okay. I don't know if I'm allowed to take a step back because I think that would trigger an attack of opportunity, but I don't want Jack to get hit either. Even though I know Jack hits harder.
Yeah, if you
Look
step
back
back,
and
it could trigger one, yeah.
Okay, I'll just look towards Jack in the situation and go, "Don't get hurt." And I'll cast Cure Wounds.
Good cure wound.
And I'll look toward the skull and go, "Listen, I want to make them suffer, but Jack's well-being comes first. Whatever you say, Missy. I can't tell you what to do. You can't tell me to do Jack." Well, I wasn't questioning. I thought about Jack. It was fine. Look
Brown.
toward Jack, toward the skull, and go, "I could just easily go grab a new one."
Brown bear.
All right. I'll attack this one right here.
Okay. I'm gonna move you
Um,
here just so I can see a little bit better. So, you're in the same spot. I just needed to be able to see more of the map.
Bite.
Oh, that hits.
Claw.
The same one.
Yep.
Well, I'm really sorry to do this, but it shrinks again, takes no
Oh
damage.
my
Oh my
god.
god.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. I'm 100% not kidding you when I say this is how this character gets.
Glad
Put
my very
together.
squishy bard is in the middle of combat.
Yep, now you have 3 ochre jellies, guys. And
What the crap? What the
Jack, it's your
crap?
turn.
Ah!
Can't jump out of the way either. I'm sorry.
I don't know what to tell you.
Do something.
Jack, it's your turn.
It's my turn. Okay. I will use the rapier and get this one.
I mean, they can't shrink again, right?
Don't
Right?
say that!
They're in the universe. Be quiet, brown bear. All you do is growl.
Yeah, that hits.
There's 7 piercing on this one.
Okay. You stab it for 7
Nope.
damage.
Oh, God.
Anything else?
Brown bear, you better be ready with healing spells because I'm not looking too good.
Could
I cast
I,
healing
as
spell?
a bonus
Okay.
action and my movement, switch our places?
You know what? Sure. I'll let you do it. I think that's neat. You basically grab her and you're like, and do the old switcheroo. You do the old tango twirl. Like
Yes.
this. That's what I'm calling it. Ye old tango twirl. Because
Alright.
I think it's fun.
The dwarf skull is gonna look toward Jack and go, "Oh my, doesn't he like dancing? This is a matter of life and death. So it's like a dance, because either you do really great or you really mess up. I don't like your attitude very much." It's gonna like cover its mouth.
And then I'll my turn.
Oh, no.
All right, Levia, it's your turn. You saw
Hear that
Estelle,
people
just sprint away, but yeah, you can walk out and do whatever you want.
heard that
You are the safest one.
they're in trouble. I hear they're in trouble. I'll run back in and see. I don't think I could get right there, could I?
You cannot get in between them. That's as far as you can get based on where you are, based on
I
the hallway.
promise
It's a
to
very
move
full
back on
hallway.
my turn.
Yeah.
All right, and those two are within melee reach.
No, they're both 10 feet away from you, basically. You'd have to go through a person, too, to do it. So they're just outside of melee reach, just because they're smaller now and you're effectively 2 squares. Like, you're just about 10 feet away.
What's my movement that I've used to see?
You've used 5, 10, you've used like 15 feet.
Kane? Know what? Gonna see something real quick. I'll do that. As I run up, I'll jump and springboard off of Jack's shoulder and do some and jump off of this wall, do a flip, and as I'm in the air, I will get my saber and dagger out and attack. If I can't attack both of these smaller
So,
jellies,
based
one
on
of them.
Based on what you want to do, you're not going to be able to run, jump, flip, unsheath, and attack in one turn. Because first of all, I need you to make a athletics check, and I need Jack to make a dexterity saving throw.
Rolling so low.
So as you run up and jump to place your foot on Jack's shoulder to like leap off of them, Jack's knees buckle and collapses underneath your weight as a Goliath. So now at this point, you are on top of Jack, who is prone, and you basically have your knee in his upper back as just your
Elise
whole
attack
weight knocks the wind out. But because you didn't end up jumping and doing all those actions, I'll let you make one attack with your dagger because it's quick and you can stab with it. So,
Fair.
but you have Jack pinned to the ground as prone. So you can either attack or you can move back and get Jack up. It's up to you.
I'll go for the attack on one of them.
Okay, I'm gonna put you. Well, we're gonna.
While
you're
also profuse.
Yeah,
While also profusely apologizing to Jack there. I'm sorry.
All right, so a 12 does
That
hit
did not
for
go as planned.
4 because it's
I know you're trying to help. Ow.
All right, so cool. So that's your turn because you can't use any more movement. The jelly that you just hit is going to try to hit you back.
Mm-hmm.
Does a 18 hit you?
I haven't.
You have not blade.
Wasn't able to activate my blade song, so shield.
Okay, so you don't take 12 damage and almost KO yourself as a wizard.
No.
Okay. So this other ochre jelly, this big one, is gonna take an attack at the brown bear.
No.
And this last one that you made, the small one, seeing Jack on the ground, is going to try and attack. And fun fact, when you're prone, you're attacked at advantage. So it's gonna try and attack you and engulf you with its pseudopod. Jack.
Oh god.
18.
Oh, no!
Does 18 hit you, Jack?
Yeah.
That is.
It's need to be, so yeah.
That's 13 damage. 6 of it being acid. As you're laying on the ground and just getting pounded by
Am
this
I allowed-
jelly.
Am I allowed to use a reaction on someone else? No, but how should be only
No, it
use
has to be you. Yeah, it has to be
Okay, how much damage was that?
13.
13.
Oh no.
Estelle, it is your turn. You're seeing Jack pinned to the ground, getting beaten by this ochre jelly.
I'm gonna look at the skull, incredibly pissed, and go, "We'll have to talk later," and shove it in my pocket, and look towards Levia and just mumble something viciously and abyssal. Look towards Jack and try to pull him out.
Okay, go ahead and make a athletics check to see if you can pull him out.
I don't have the strength, so please, D&D gods, give me the strength to pull my friend out.
I'm not fighting.
Yeah,
Ah!
so with a 16, we'll say that you can pull Jack to his feet, but between you pulling him out from underneath Levia and the smallness of this hallway, you can't like pull him back, but with all your weight, you eat him to his feet from underneath Levia's feet, and Levia kind of stumbles back for one step, doesn't fall or anything, but just you get him right to his feet.
Can I try and do that tango with him while I cast Cure Wounds?
Sure.
Okay, going to hold up Jack and go, "Honey, I said don't get hurt, I said don't bleed, but don't get swallowed by jellies either." Going to throw another Cure Wounds on you.
You have 5 hit points. Alright, I'll do the old switcheroo. Hold on one second.
How, oops. That's not what I meant to do.
That's weird. Yeah, that was. Here, we'll just do this.
There we go.
You're 8. I was like, 3 plus 5.
I don't like it.
Brown Bear, it is in fact your turn.
Alright. Gotta kill these guys. I'm
Gotta protect the cinnamon roll.
gonna attack this one.
Okay.
Actually, wait, no, I attacked this one more. Wait, does it? Wait, no, I haven't.
This one
I'm
looks
the one who split them.
This one up here looks the most damaged.
Okay, so we'll do the first attack on it.
Okay.
It's a 9 hit.
Kills it.
Nice. Okay, and then the claw on the second one here.
Yep.
The 9.
But because you're slashing at it, it hits it, but does
The
no damage.
slashing damage.
But instead produces
No!
another one.
You gotta be joking.
I was wondering when you were gonna realize that's what was splitting them. You're literally slashing them.
Ah,
It's immune to slashing, and you just split them. That's what happens.
again.
Freaking see before game. I can't use a bear. I shouldn't be using a bear. Uses a bear, and look what happened.
Did you want to do anything with your bonus action?
God. Screw it. I mean, I can't. Can I use?
I think
I can't use spell.
I think your Moon Druid healing is a bonus action.
Moon Druid healing.
I think.
Yeah.
Because you roll a 1d8 per spell level, and you can use that to heal yourself
Moon Druid
if you want to do it.
Yeah, I need to do that.
Cool.
I'm just trying to find it.
It's under. Yeah, it's under bonus actions. It just says Combat Wild Shape. You can just expend 1 spell slot to regain 1d8 HP per HP of the spell slot. So
7.
cool. So you get 7 more HP. Good. Jack, you just got Twisteroo Tangoed. It's your turn.
Twister Tangled. Oh, I'm okay. I will, as a bonus action, what's it called? Second Wind
Okay.
for 3.
Okay. Alright.
And I will pull out my bow and arrow and shoot this one.
Okay. Because you have a person in front of it, it's gonna get half cover.
Okay.
Actually, 3/4 cover at this point because of where you are, so.
Don't know what that means.
It means it gets +5 to its AC instead of +2 from half. Because
Yeah,
full cover is
well,
full cover is you can't hit it. Half is you
Yep.
get a +2. 18 hits.
8.
Yeah, that hits. Do your damage.
5 15.
Okay. The arrow sinks into it and does some damage. Are you running any further away?
To get them some room to get away, yes.
Cool.
I'm giving them some
All right.
spread out, people.
All right. I love you.
I'll sit here and do a little dance with Estelle.
Okay.
Switch places with her.
All right.
Just
Oh, you
doing
wanna switch, but you wanna do the old tango twist?
Yep.
Cool. All right. I'll move you guys and switch you guys around, just so you're out the way. Wham!
I'm staring daggers at you, by the way, Levia, because you stomped on Jack.
All right. Anything else? you
That's
wanna do?
fair. Let's see. Is there anything else I can do after doing that?
Yeah, you have your action. That was basically your movement to do that.
Cool.
You won't be able to run away, but you got yourself in a better position where you're not stabbing through your friend, through your coworker.
Yep. Down.
Alright, go ahead. Yep, that will saber attack will hit this one for 5. He's having a bad time, guys. Alright,
Mm-hmm.
and it is the big
Time for
one's
the
turn.
belly.
It's the big one's turn.
Try not slicing it again.
No. Oh no! Oh,
Who's that at?
You. So it's 22, 26, 32 total damage. So,
I'm so glad you have that.
so what happens is you lose all 19 points from your bear. So, because he crit on you. So 32 minus 19. So what's gonna happen is, you drop your bear form, bing bang boom. You end up back in your normal form, and you take 13 points of damage in your normal form. So you can take 13 damage off of your normal form right there. So,
Lovely.
You heal yourself.
and now it's the other two jellies' turns. They're gonna take attacks at the big lady that just appeared in front of them. First one for 10 to hit the wizard, which will miss, and the second one to hit the wizard with a 14, which will also miss.
Mm-hmm.
Estelle, it is your turn. Your bear has disappeared, and you see your metal man once again.
Metal Man.
I
They call me
can't.
Metal Man.
I can't do anything to help him because my cure wounds is a touch. So, remember you still have bardic inspiration. Please use it. I'm going to pull out my skull and just look at it and start talking to it in Abyssal. Does anyone speak Abyssal?
I do.
No.
Okay. You would just hear me talking to the skull as if it was someone else about what to do because I'm mad at the Goliath. And I'm going to look over toward Jack and ask again, Jack, do you need me to heal you? Or can I go absolutely nuts?
Go nuts!
I will pocket the skull, pull out my drum, stand behind the Goliath and go, darling, you can take it, right? Going to cast Thunder Wave because I'm pissed.
Oh shit. And that's at, how big is that? 15 feet from you? 15 feet in front of you? Cool.
Yeah.
So here's what I am gonna do. This isn't gonna go behind you, this is only gonna go in front of you. So
Yeah.
basically not Jack, but everybody else has to make the save of
Please
con.
pass the con save. If it, oh god, wait. T, pass the con save, please. I don't have any spells to heal you.
Yep, con
This
13.
is my last slot.
Con 13, everybody please. Here's, I'll do all 3 ochre jellies from top to bottom. First, second, third.
Yeah, so,
4, 4, 18.
about that con save.
So, this one dies,
Oh.
this one,
T, I hope
almost
I didn't
alive.
kill you up. I'm sorry.
This one passes and takes 6, so minus 6. Okay. And you take 12 points of thunder damage, Cutlass, as you fall unconscious. So, and your dice wouldn't have helped. So
Nope.
we're just gonna do this. You're not dead, but I'm gonna put a little skull on your face, just because. Technically, you do still have your inspiration, and you can apply it to death saves. Fun fact.
Please. Oh wait, but no. Couldn't he have applied it to his save?
He could have, but he rolled a 5,
Yeah.
so he couldn't anyway. So you're technically still the brown bear because that's the token you had when we rolled it. So here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna whisper me the save. Do you know how to roll a whisper
How do
roll?
I whisper? No.
All right, so do /GM roll space 1d20.
So like this? Nope. Like this?
Yes. So you have the option, based on what you rolled, to continue as is, or roll more dice. Choice is yours.
Oh my god. Dang it. So what I just rolled. I'm just trying to remember.
You can. I'll say you can go ahead and roll your inspiration dice. I'm assuming that's what you want to use.
Yeah.
All right, you can just roll that just openly, since you're using the inspiration dice.
What is it? A D6?
I believe so.
Yep.
Okay.
Huh?
So as you are laying there, liquid coming out of your mouth, you see for a second some of your animal friends kind of look like they're coming to your aid, and then you kind of open your eyes for a second and kind of fade away. Jack, you see the bear shift back into the humanoid form and then collapse.
So I do see him.
You can see him, as long as you can see him in your line of vision. You can see him.
Okay.
That
You
would
can't get to
also
him,
say-
but you can see him.
That would also say, good news, it hit. Bad news, Metal Man is down.
Can you? Are you spent?
Yes, I'm very spent. I don't have any other things left besides very nice insults and changing the colors of things.
He kind of gets this stoic look on his face, and he will use one of his healing light,
Oh.
which is the thing that
Mhm.
makes him lose
Yep.
memories.
Yep.
So he will roll 1d6 because he has a pool of 2d6, and he can split it, and he can use it twice.
Okay.
So he will roll 1d6, and as long as I can see them
Yeah, you can see him.
within 60 feet.
Yep. Okay.
5.
So, Cutlass, you get 5 HP. You awaken to these oozes and jellies all around you.
And that was my bonus action. And you can determine if I lose a memory from here or from childhood, and I'll narrate it later. But right now,
Say childhood. It's more fun.
okay, I will longbow at disadvantage this guy.
Okay. It's not disadvantage. It's just he has 3/4 cover, so it's just a straight roll. He just has a higher AC. You miss. You go to shoot the arrow, but trying to avoid Estelle and Levia, you just arc it a little too high. Alright. Levia.
Seeing our metal companion going down, I will go for the attack on
This guy.
the smaller one.
Got it. Yeah, it hits and it dies. It had 2 HP left.
Cool.
Cutlass is prone, so you could theoretically step through Cutlass and through the ochre jelly to end up on the other side, but that would use the entirety of the rest of your movement because they would be difficult terrain and you'd be ending up in difficult terrain. So you could do it, you would just use the rest of your movement to get on the other side of that jelly.
You know what? I'll stand over him and be like,
Okay. And then you'll have to
get behind me.
so you
Get
can't end your
behind me,
turn
little
there.
one.
You'll have to step back because you can't finish in its space with a player. So you can either go all the way through and end up on the other side of the jelly, or step in, attack the jelly, and step back out. Choice is yours.
I will do my bonus action dagger.
It does hit for 1 because you don't get the +4. So okay.
Yep.
All right.
And yeah, I'll step over it, try to distract so they have a clear path.
Cool. All right. It is the jelly's turn. The jelly seeing. I'm gonna roll a d6. 1 to 3, it's gonna eat Cutlass. 4 to 6, it's gonna attack Levia. So the thing that just stabbed it, it's gonna turn and try and smack it. Smack you, Levia, with a 6, and it misses. Estelle. It is your turn. Oh no.
No, sorry, I was muted because I don't want to be rude.
Okay, good. I thought I lost my voice. I'm like, no.
Estelle's going to look toward the Jack and go, promise me you won't get hurt. At least again for the next few hours because I'm tapped out.
I'll try. And he kind of blinks a little bit, and you kind of recognize the blink. He just lost the memory of meeting you.
Oh, snap.
God, gotta cut deep on the first session. She doesn't know that though, so. Alright, well, Jack, sweetie. Only thing allowed to die here, well, it's not you now, so excuse me. This is a really weird first impression. She'll pull out the skull and go, Desmond and I have some things to do. I'm gonna walk this way. With the skull. And I'm going to Vicious Mockery, the ochre jelly, but I'm going to say everything through Desmond, and it's all gonna be an abyssal.
Oh my god, what are you saying? I want to know.
She's basically letting out a bunch of aggressive swears as Desmond, so it just sounds really like vulgar and unnecessarily aggressive, and then she'll go, Desmond, that was so rude! I know it's an ugly jelly, but you shouldn't talk like that. Someone may hear you.
Alright, Mr. Brown Bear, you are prone, so you can use half your movement to get up, and it is your turn.
Uh-huh. So half my movement to get up. I'm getting up.
Okay.
Everything I said was excessively vulgar. Like, why would you say that? There are people here vulgar.
Let's do cure wounds on myself, I guess.
Okay. You can turn back into a bear
Actually-
again, you know, right?
I could. Oh wait, yeah, I can. I forgot. I thought I only had it one time. Then I looked and it says twice. Yeah.
You gonna turn back into a bear?
Actually, I'm gonna turn into a. Let's see here. I'm gonna turn into a dire wolf. It's got more health and a higher AC.
Cool. Alright, well, I'm gonna move you off the map for a quick second. And I will.
So hopefully it doesn't do slashing damage.
I will
Nope,
drag
I
you-
checked.
Good. Good.
Alright, I'll drag your wolf to here. Oh no. Yeah, there's your wolf. What's its AC and HP?
HP is 37. Armor class is 14.
37. Man, these CR1s. This is why druids are real good. You said it was 13 AC?
14 AC.
14. I mean, it's not gonna have your ridiculous thing. Alright, cool. So that was your bonus action.
Nice.
I gotta.
So, I can't see anything, by the way.
Oh yeah, I gotta give you a wolf light. Hold on.
I'd like to randomly attack in the dark.
Can you see now?
No.
Oh wait, did I put you? Hold on. You should have. Do you not have access to this wolf one? Oh no, I don't. That's why. That's weird. Hold on. I didn't. Somehow I didn't grab the token you made. I grabbed a different token. Dire wolf.
Nice.
I don't know what happened there. I don't know why. This is the same one. Is it still not giving you light? How about
Nope.
now? No? No light?
Nope. No light.
Now light?
Nope.
Alright. Hold on. Maybe I can
It'll
just do
zoom out all the way. Just.
now light?
No.
I don't know. It's keeping. Here, we'll just use your brown bear token since I know that one gives you light. So, it's the same one. You just have higher AC now. And you're the brown bear. So you should be able to see from that one at least, right?
Yeah.
Cool. We'll fix the other token later. I don't know why it's doing that.
Alright.
It's because it's doing that token.
And it gets pack tactics
Yep.
as well. I will use my bite. That's with advantage, right?
Correct.
Because of pack tactics?
Yep.
18.
Yeah, that hits for 15. I'm not even gonna roll that save because you eat it. It dies. It had 15 it had 12 HP left. So you wake up, stand up,
Num num.
put on a little makeup, and turn into a wolf. Let me see if you can see better with this wolf now that I've changed the token to what it should be. Let me give it light real quick. Can you see now?
Hey, I can see my wolf up there.
Okay, cool. It's because it still had the token that I put in there saved in there. That's why.
Ah.
So it overrode it on its previous settings for some reason. So there you go. Now you're a wolf.
Nice.
A metal
I'm
wolf.
gonna move it down here where I was.
Yep. But yeah, so combat is complete. You guys can take a rest if you would like, or you can continue to explore.
I was going to go check on Jack.
Okay, cool. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and call it for right now, and then we'll pick up next time, post-combat with jellies, and we'll figure out what we're doing.
So are we calling this a rest? Like, so when we come back,
No, this will
that'll be a rest?
just be the end of the session, and we'll just pick up. And then if you guys decide you want to rest, or you guys decide you want to explore more, we can decide that next time. But we'll just keep this as it is.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay. I'm just making sure because I was making sure I did not use up all my spells for good berry.
Makes sense. Those only last for
We'll
24 hours, remember? Cool. So
it lasts for 24 hours, yeah.
Yep. So we'll call the session here, and we'll come back next time with session 2. It was fun. See you next time. Recording is